The counterintuitive part to this, Eric, is that you should not be using your machine or your worker at maximum utilization. Is that something that you've seen as a misconception among a lot of managers and operations directors, operations managers that say, oh, we should be running this thing at 100% utilization, otherwise that's a waste?
Yeah, and especially as more of like the idea of OEE has kind of infiltrated everything and become, the measure by which people, I guess, measure everything. Yeah, that I think is led to some kind of, especially when it comes to making decisions and kind of where to prioritize effort and things, and even just operationally, machines they're like, cars. You don't spend all day long, running your car at full RPM, 24 hours a day, just nonstop with like tiny breaks in between, and expect it to perform like that for years and years and years with, minimal maintenance. It doesn't work. So I think it's one of those things that leads people to almost this like diminishing returns. Like if you just run it faster, you can get more out before it fails. Then it fails, keep it down a shorter period of time, then run it as fast as you can again to get caught up, because it's going to fail again. And it's this like, Groundhog Day effect almost of either, in a service role trying to fill it. And in the US, we had that problem, especially during COVID. It was, nurses and physicians, PAs, and that whole group that were, really underwater in terms of capacity and couldn't, serve the needs. So hospitals were trying to staff those people up with travel nurses and things like that. And it's the same in manufacturing. It's, if you can't run the machine faster, or, you run it fast, but it runs fast for a week and then breaks down again, the next logical thing is just get another machine, which again, you can't do that as just a normal person. If your car breaks down, you're not just going to go and get another car while that one is, down for 3 weeks waiting on, expensive parts from Italy or something like that. You're going to go and get it fixed. So it's just it's a lot of like wacky decision making, and it doesn't actually reduce lead time. It makes it longer, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned OEE. OEE is used by a lot of companies to as a KPI that tries to represent your efficiency, your capability. The higher the OEE, the better.
Yeah.
Now, the three components, just to remind ourselves, remind the audience of the three components of OEE. You have availability, you have performance, and you have quality, a quality metric. The availability being how much time is this machine or even this person able to do their job in the time they're supposed to be doing their job. So what out of scheduled time, how much is the machine running? And then performance is the ratio of the actual speed or units per hour or rate at which it can do it compared to what its maximum or its supposed performance should be. What is its actual performance supposed to be, and what is it running at as far as speed or throughput?
Yeah, and then those decompose further. I think it was I forgot who came up with the 6 big losses. Was that Ono or Shingo? I forgot which one,
I think that was Shingo. The 6 big, the losses. Yes.
Yep, those break down into planned, unplanned, downtime, micro stops.
Minor stoppages. Yeah.